Let me paint two scenes for you and imagine them with me. The 25-year-old young man finishes his day and he sits on his couch with his phone and he pulls up the dating app which he's a member of and he begins to scroll through profiles. Dozens and dozens of decisions he makes in a split second based on a few lines of bio and a few pictures. It's him, the algorithm, and hundreds of strangers. Another scene, another 25-year-old young man is gathered around a dinner table, but it's not only him, it's his entire family and his extended family. The conversation turns towards the young man seated at the table. The grandmother speaks of a young woman in the community that she's observed, that she says, I have thought she would be great for you, young man. The grandfather speaks up and says how he's been amazed at how this young woman in the community is caring for her aging parents. One of the uncles says, I just talked to her last week. She is filled with such grace and compassion. And then one of them says, who's going to talk to her father about the possibility of us arranging the marriage? Now, some of you are like, that sounds crazy. But when you step back and look at all of human history, the scene that is new and unproven is the 25-year-old on his couch with an algorithm alone. Because you realize the divorce rate in the US is 40%. And globally, the divorce rate for arranged marriages is 1%. Now, within that 1%, there's also forced marriages, which we would speak against as Christians. When a young woman is viewed as property, and obviously the scripture speaks against that, but when you pull out the forced marriages from the data, it's still a very high success rate of arranged marriages. I'm not speaking against dating online or dating on the apps, and God uses all tools, and technology is a tool that he will use. But if you choose to date that way, you should be aware of the downside. And the downside is we're in the middle of an experiment, a social experiment right now. For hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, when dating took place, it happened publicly in full view of everyone. All of a sudden, dating became, it's just between us. And so you want the community to speak into your relationship. So if you date on the apps, you take it public as quickly as you can. I'm actually not going to advocate for arranged marriages. I'm thankful that Kay's family did not believe in arranged marriages because they would not have picked me. So I'm thankful. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. Hear the word of the Lord. A fool's way is right in his own eyes, but whoever listens to counsel is wise. We make foolish decisions often in life if we only go by our feelings. And so God-honoring community has a protective impact in your life.